Hello everyone, this is TCG Collector here, and today we're doing a PSA submission video. So I wanted to show everyone what I'm sort of submitting in the next coming PSA sub. Right now I believe the cheapest tier is around $100 USD, and I'm hoping that soon that the price will drop to the $25 to $50 range. And then I'll probably submit a lot of these cards at that tier. So I'm sort of just organizing my collection right now. I'll be submitting a range of English cards as well as Japanese cards. So we can go through the English ones first. So the first one is a Cacturn EX. This is from the EX series. This one was released in 2005. I really like the silver bordering of these cards. It's very cool. This card, we can see that there's a little bit of whitening on the sides. So should be an 8 or 9. The hollow seemed to be okay for this one. So the next one is a Groudon EX. I believe this one's from Crystal Guardians. There's a bit of hollow scratching for this card. And the back is okay. I think there's a little bit of whitening, but there's more so a little bit more hollow scratches, so I'm not sure how much that will take away from the grade. And the next card is an Absol EX. This one is relatively clean from what I remember. The back looked good, just a little bit of side or edge wear, which is sort of normal for these cards. So I'm expecting around a 9, I think, for these. It's quite difficult to get the 10 grade at PSA. These 3 EX cards I picked up at a local game shop near my neighborhood. I believe I paid 110, I think, for all 3 of these. I thought they were a pretty decent deal since they were all pretty minty in my opinion. So the next bit of cards I'm submitting are Lv.X cards. So here I have 3 different Lv.X cards. These ones are quite hard to grade just because of the nature of the hollow, since it's not only the borders but also the background of the Pokemon as well. So it's very easily scratched. This one was one of my cleaner copies, so you can see this white nick at the bottom here. The hollow seemed to be okay since most of it is dark, so you can't really see the scratches too clearly. And the centering looks fine. So I'm hoping this will get a 9, but realistically I think it might be an 8 contender. Following that, I picked these 2 cards up on eBay. This one I think I picked up for $20. It's a decent Palkia Lv.X. I think there were minor scratches on this hollow. Yeah, you can sort of see the scratches right here. And the back had some edge wear on the top. Yeah, I didn't really notice this when I was picking up this card. But yeah, if I'm only submitting at the $25 tier, it's not that big of a deal if it comes back a 7 or an 8. And this one I picked up in an auction actually. I was the only one that put a bid in, and I won this card for $10. Thought it was a pretty good steal. You can see a little bit of a swirl here. It's cool. And yeah, this Arceus Lv.X is from Platinum Arceus, so it's quite an old set by now. It is also the last Lv.X set, I think. So these 2 cards came from I believe the Heart Gold Soul Silver era. So that time their chase cards are Prime. They're called Prime cards, so this is the Tyranitar Prime. The hollow was okay from what I remember, but the back had a little bit of issues. You can see there's a bit of whitening here. Yeah, a little bit of scratching, but we might be able to get the 8 or the 9. Yeah, I think this is on the card saver and not actually on the card, but I should double check that. And this electrode is fairly clean. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of whitening there, but other than that, and there's a nick there, it seems to be decent. Yeah, I think this card is, I think I picked it up for $5 at a local game shop. So honestly, it's pretty good for a card that came out 12 years ago. The next card, Raikou Suicune Legend. So I pulled this on camera actually on the channel, so you can check out that video if you haven't. But yeah, again, there's a little bit of edge wear here, but this was pack fresh, so a pack fresh card in this era is quite hard to get a clean copy, I would say. So even this pack fresh one might even get an 8 or a 9. Yeah, so usually this is the bottom half of the card. You'll have the top half, and you can kind of piece it together to sort of make a full image of Raikou and Suicune. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now we're into modern. This was from Roaring Skies. I actually pulled this myself as well. This card is a Rayquaza full art. I really like the full art design from back then. However, yeah, I think there was a little bit of edge issues with this card as well. Overall, still really cool art. One of my favorite Rayquaza artworks. And the next two I pulled on the channel, I think. Maybe not this one, but these two I pulled myself in evolution packs. These cards are notoriously hard to grade, especially the Charizard Holo, since there's often factory print lines that automatically deduct it from the PSA 10. And these sort of come with edge wear as well, so I think this one was okay. There's a little bit of edge wear, but just because of the holo pattern, usually you won't get a 10. I think most of them there's a lot of 9s out there, but barely any 10s. So if you can get a 10 in this, it's worth quite a bit. 3,000 to 3,000 if I remember correctly in a 10, but if it's a 9, it's only like $150. And this is the reverse holo variant of this card. Yeah, I think probably grades an 8 or a 9, pretty average. And this one, my girlfriend actually pulled this on one of our first openings. It was actually my first Hidden Fates ETB, and I didn't really even know that this card was in it, but yeah, this was a really cool pull. It's a shiny Charizard GX. It's quite clean on the back and the front. The only issue it has is sort of the centering. So the left and the right, you can see it's quite off-centered. So I think realistically this might get a 9, but if I'm lucky, it could squeeze a 10. And this one is a holo Pikachu that I also pulled myself from a McDonald's pack. You can see this one has a bit of holo bleed, so the holo coming into the rest of the card. But this one, I believe it's quite hard to get the PSA 10 for this copy as well, but I think we have a fair shot for this one. But yeah, the centering looks decent, so we'll see. That's the end of my English cards that I wanted to submit. These cards are Japanese cards. You can tell just from their back. These ones I feel like have an easier time grading at PSA. Generally these grade a 9 or a 10 without any major flaws. So the first few cards are all victory medals, more specifically the 2006 Pikachu victory medals. So these ones were awarded at your local game shops in Japan. They were part of the gym challenge events, if I remember correctly. And so yeah, you would actually have to compete and in order to obtain this card. You don't have that many prize cards that are still under $100 each, so I thought these were a great pickup. I picked up more than 6, but these were the most gradable. So as you can see, the back is relatively clean usually. These cards, they don't really have any whitening issues, and I would say they're pretty solid. Like they're not very prone to scratching, so I think the print quality is usually quite good on these Japanese cards. The next card is a Giratina Plaza Challenge winner card. So it was similar release as those victory medals. This one was given away at the Plaza Challenge events. So again, quite limited release. You don't have that many cards out there, but yeah, it's a cool art, and hopefully this grades well. This one is another one, RCS Victory Medal, same deal. I think this one just had a bit more whitening here, so I'm expecting an 8 or a 9 on this, but still, I just wanted slab. And these two are the Typhlosion Victory Medals, so these are actually gold medals. Yeah, same kind of release. They are sort of old now. They're 2009, released in the Heart Gold Soul Silver era, so you can see the borders sort of follow that kind of era as well in the hobby. Fairly clean back, so hopefully these will pull to 10. And the last card is a silver 2009 victory medal. So usually the 2009 victory medals are the most popular ones. They do feature sort of the coolest Pikachu arts with the medal beside them, and the background looks really nice. And I think this is a quite clean of a copy, so hopefully this will get a 10 as well. You can see a little swirl there. Well, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to support the channel, you feel free to use my affiliate link down below. So if you make any purchase on eBay, if you use my link below, you'll give the channel a little bit of a kickback, which is greatly appreciated. Yeah, and then it'll really help me grow my collection as well. And yeah, I think that's it. So thank you for watching. Please like if you enjoyed this video, and yeah, hopefully one day I'll do a return video where I get these cards back from PSA and we can sort of guess how we did. Yeah, so that's it for me. I'll see you guys another time. Peace.